Hi, Connie Fuchsa here with Foote Title Group, where we know that home closing can be very intimidating and overwhelming, and we try to make that process as simple as possible for you by pulling everything together behind the scenes and keeping you in the loop every step of the way. And we also protect you and your home after closing so no one can cause any problems for you with your ownership. So today and this past 2 weeks, we've been talking about what happens during your settlement, and we've been talking about several different documents that you may sign at the closing to explain those so you'd have a little bit better understanding. So today we're talking about the flood insurance, and you might have seen our post on Saturday about what is flood insurance. So very simply, it may be something that you never have to worry about, but if the home you're purchasing is in an area that could be subject to flooding, and it may not be a house on the water, it could be a creek that runs behind your home. I know there is several areas that we work in that have drainage areas that can affect those kind of things. So that may be a problem that you would experience that you wouldn't even know about, that it has been listed in a flood zone because of storms that cause drainage issues and those kind of things. So the Federal Emergency Management Association, which is a government organization, goes out and determines every so many years what areas are in flood zones and how much of a level they are. So just because you are in an area that is on the water doesn't necessarily mean you're considered in a flood zone, or maybe you're in a 500-year flood zone or a 100-year flood zone. So there's different levels of it too. And why does this matter when you're purchasing a house or when you're going to closing? Well, if it is determined that that property is in some type of a flood zone, of course we always go back to the fact that the lender's loaning you a lot of money and they want to make sure their loan is always secure. So in this case, you would have a situation where the lender wants to make sure you have insurance that protects them in case that home is ever flooded and damaged severely, and could ultimately affect the loan that they have, the loan that they've given you on your property. So they may require that you have flood insurance, and flood insurance can be expensive. It depends on the property and what flood zone that you're actually located in. So it's going to be something that you want to know about the property. Typically when you look at the home and your realtor does the research and checks out information about the property, you'll know about it very far in advance. But this is something that you're going to sign at closing that talks about whether or not the home's in a flood hazard area. And the other thing is if you're in buy a home, the document that you sign at closing explains that if during the length of your loan that information ever changes, so say, I don't know, a disaster happens that changes the title area where you live and may cause your home to at future time be located in a flood hazard area, then the lender would be notified about that at some point and may require you to change that escrow that you have to include a payment to flood insurance. So that is always a possibility, but depending on where you are, may never happen. So you will sign a document at closing that says that if that ever does change, that you understand that the lender is going to require you to have flood insurance. So hope you're having a fabulous day, and look forward to talking to you again soon. Remember, you can always get much more information on our website with our blogs, which have the actual post that we do with the graphics explaining these things we're talking about, and you can always go back and refer to them. We also have a book of documents that has some generic documents on most of the things you'll sign at closing that we're happy to email out to you if you just get in contact with us. You can use the contact form on our website. You can reach out to any of our team members if you have any questions whatsoever about this or any other items. All their contact information is on our website as well, www.footetitlegroup.com. There's also a coupon on there to give you a little bit off of your closing. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always message me, call me, or email me, Connie@footetitlegroup.com, and I'd be happy to help you with anything that you have a question about. So I hope you have a fabulous day. Stay in the know with Foote Title Group, where we keep you in the know zone. And I'll look forward to talking to you again soon.